Okay, so I noticed something weird. Apparently, I have random rules that I've made up for myself that I didn't realize that I had until last night. So, I'm gonna name off just a couple of them that I realized that I had. Just so that I can get it out in the open and try to see if I can figure out what to do with it. So one of these random rules that I apparently made up for myself for no reason is I cannot leave the house to do something unless it's school or work related. I can, however, leave to do something fun, but only if my wife is with me. I don't know why. I am an adult. I've even talked about it with my wife last night, and she said there's no problem with you leaving the house to do something fun if you want to. And there's not. There's really not. I don't know why I did this to myself. But for some reason, my brain's like, oh, you can't leave the house unless your wife is with you. Because if you go without her, then you're a mean person. What? Second rule that I have realized that I have is if something doesn't work with my randomly predefined schedule that's up here, then I won't do it until tomorrow, when I could. As an example, this is a random hypothetical example, be like, oh, I didn't stream at 9 a.m. like I said I was going to, so even though I could stream right now, or I could stream at 10 or whatever that time is, I'm not gonna, because it didn't align right with my schedule, so I gotta do it tomorrow. How weird is that? Another one is, in the morning, when I first wake up, when I drink my coffee, I have to have it in here, in the living room. The only exception to this rule is when my wife Candace is in the bedroom, if she's here, or if I have to work. If I'm working on like my schoolwork or anything like that, I can I can have my coffee at the table, but I can't have it in here. I don't understand where these little rules came from. Like, all these little strange rules just made themselves in my mind, and I just realized that I'm following this little rule system that I've made, that some of them are good, but there's a lot of them that there's no reason for me to have it. Another one. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. Or if I don't feel like it, then I won't. That one's one of the worst. Because we all know what it's like to be like, oh, I don't have the motivation to do this project. And that's one of the things I talked about in a previous video before. But thanks to Jesse J. Jones, who sent me an article that was written by, I believe it was a person on Reddit, and is kind of eye-opening, actually, because what the article was talking about was, or Reddit post or whatever it was, whatever you want to call it, I don't really care. And I'm also sorry if I sound kind of snotty. I have not been awake that long. What was I talking about? The Reddit post. It said what you don't need is motivation, what you need is discipline. Even if you don't feel like doing it, do it anyway. Who cares? If you don't feel like it, tough. Do it anyway. Like, this video right now is terrifying me to make. Because another one of my random rules that apparently I think of is that it has to be done right, or it has to be done professionally, or it has to look like a professional did it. I'm not a professional videographer. I can just hit the record button and start talking and upload it, and it's fine. That's really dangerous when it also comes to like cleaning up and stuff. Because when it's work-related stuff, like my schoolwork and stuff, I don't care if I don't feel like doing it, I do that. That I don't have to worry about. But if it's something as simple as cleaning the house, or like making a video like this one or something, if I'm not in the mood to do it, I'm not going to. And that's dumb. That's so dumb. Like, I didn't realize how dumb that is until I realized that I could just turn on the camera, and even though I don't feel like doing anything, or even this thing here that I think that I'm going to upload and maybe only a select few people will watch, I can still do it. And I'm doing it right now. And I'm honestly really happy to be doing it right now, even though it kind of scares me. But this makes me happy for some reason. So I'm going to keep doing that. Anyway, moving on. If I'm not immediately good at something, or if I don't immediately understand it and get how to do it, then I've realized I'm not going to be good at it and I won't do it. That one's really dumb too. We kind of do this, I think, lots of people around my age and younger, because I think part of it is that when you were growing up, you were told, or at least for me, I was told, oh, you're so smart, you know how to do these things, you could do all this, you're so good at this, you're going to be good at this, you can be good at anything you want to because you're so smart. And then and don't get me wrong, those are nice things to say about people. And there are lots of smart people out there that are very smart that deserve that kind of praise, even though they don't feel like they do. But the moment that they do something that seems like it should be easy, and they realize it's not easy, then it makes them feel stupid, or that they were lied to. And that's where my brain goes. Or at least that's what I've discovered with myself. For example, whenever I first started learning how to program things, I just realized I'm not wearing my wedding ring. That feels weird. Now I feel naked. I'm gonna go put it on. Don't look at me. Okay, there we go. I got my wedding ring on. I don't feel naked anymore. Good. Sorry if this bounces around a lot. This is spur of the moment. I don't really have much of a script. I just wrote down some things, and that's what I'm looking at. What was I talking about before I left? I was talking about something. What was it? Not being good at things. Immediately. That's what I was talking about. Cool. Thank you for reminding me. Whenever I first started working with programming languages and stuff, well, not even that. Before that, whenever I was working with Blender and things like that, trying to figure out how to make things in 3D, I looked at it and was watching the people in the tutorial videos do it, and I was like, oh, they make it look so easy. This is easy. I can do this. Anybody could do this. And then I start messing with it, and I go, oh, that's not so easy. How do you do that again? Why did they make this way? Why is it doing that? It's not supposed to do that. It's doing this thing that I didn't tell it to do. What is wrong? What is wrong with me? Am I stupid? I'm stupid. I'm stupid because I'm not doing this right. And that's where my brain was going. And I kept putting down Blender, and I kept putting it away. And I did that for years. I would mess with it, and then I'd put it down. And about a year later, I would pick it back up, and I'd put it back down. But then after I started messing with it more, it finally clicked for me. It finally started working, and I finally understood. And then I felt smart again. The other thing is that you're not always going to be good at something. That's okay. But that's what practice is for. There was this motivational speech thing that I used to listen to a lot, and one of the things that the guy said was when people say excuses oh, I'm not good at writing. It's well, yeah, because you've never written before. I'm not good at math. You're right, you never studied. All these other things. And I don't know who that is. If anybody knows who that is, just feel free to tell me about it or put it in the comments or something, because I would love to know that. But seriously though, it's important to do things even when you don't feel like it. It's important to do things whenever, even if you think you're not really good at it, is to keep trying and to learn things, because the more skills you learn, even if it's just something as simple as making some type of meal that you've never made before, or something like that. Am I in focus? I think I'm in focus. I can't tell. Sorry. Again, spur of the moment. I'm not awake yet, so I'm kind of bouncy brained scatterbrained at the moment. The point is that I'm making this because not only is this beneficial to me, and I'm kind of being selfish with it, but somebody else might be able to benefit from this. You might realize you have some own little made-up rules that you have in your head that you don't really need, all of these little made-up little rules or whatever. Either that or I'm the only one. I may just be the only person in the world that has these own little made-up stupid rules, which I know I'm not, because there's different people out there with different brains, and different brains do different things. The main point that I'm trying to make is that I understand, and we all have these weird little things that we do. The important thing is to notice what we do that we think is weird and adjust it. The moment that we start realizing that there's something odd or something off that we're doing and we don't like it, that's when we can start analyzing it and start working on it. And that's what I'm doing right now. Even just with this video. Just because I find it interesting. I hope you do too. If you don't, then you probably shouldn't have clicked on this video anyway. Alright, well thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful day. And if you like videos like this, let me know about it. Feel free to tell me in the comment section below, or click that like button, or subscribe and click the bell thing so you get more of these. Whatever you want to do. It's also interesting that this is the first video that I've made for 2020. And it's about self-reflection. And I may keep doing some of these anyway, just because I want to continue to improve myself. And I'm not doing that just because it's like, oh, new year, new me. No, it's a new day. A new day is a new start. You don't need to wait until next year. You don't need to wait until next month. In fact, you don't even have to wait until tomorrow, really. You can start right now, improving yourself. So, that's what I'm going to do, because I want to. And even if I don't really want to, I feel like I need to. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next video.